Alright guys, before the musician, everything you need to know before becoming an artist. You know, everything in life, man, one of my mentors told me that everything in life has an art behind it. Everything. You know, so becoming an artist, everything has art to it. Whether you're a musician, a singer, a dancer, you could be a chef, you could be an athlete, a software engineer, I don't know, it could be anything, a math teacher, you could be a cashier at the store. And it's like, there's an art behind it. Literally. There's art behind walking. There's art behind everything. And good thing about art is that it's spontaneous and it's extemporaneous, but it's also intentional, it's planned. It's something you want to get out of it as it's being done. And your life as well has an art behind it. You know, we don't treat our lives as such, but our life, it has an art behind it. And it can be spontaneous, but it's also intentional. There's art behind your life. It's of no accident. A lot of people don't know that, and because people decide to live, people don't know that, so they end up living by accident and not on purpose. You know, they're not purpose driven. They don't know what they really want. You know, and that was one of my mentors said that, and one of them realized I didn't just say my mentor. A lot of people just kind of settled on one mentor and everything like that, but you want to make sure you have multiple mentors. Make war with a multitude of counselors. You know, counsels. So a lot of people limit themselves. A lot of people don't have mentors in what they're trying to do. But yes, before the musician, this is basically gonna really give you fundamental steps, plan, strategies, different perspectives, viewpoints on how to approach life before you go into your art. You know, your life is art. It's not just music. There will be live performance and everything, and live band. Also, you know, it's going to be about life. What do you do before your profession? What should you actually know? What are the intelligences that you should know? What are your weaknesses and your strengths? A lot of people think that potential is like, it's just like you're good at this. People will say I'm good at music. Oh, you have a lot of potential to do great things in music. Okay, that's good. Aren't I using that potential? Is what it's not being used yet. But so it's a lot of things where you have to look at your strong potential and your weak potential. What do you suck at? That's what you don't want to be doing. A lot of people mess up in life because they get good at the wrong thing in life. They go after something that's not meant for them. And they get good at it, but it's not their call to life, you know? It's like, you're a great singer, but you decided to become, you know, an engineer, like, I don't know, in something, or you became a doctor in the medical field, or a RN or something like that, but you have this talent that nobody else does like you, but you avoided it. Maybe because of fear, and it caused you to procrastinate on it, and you just in uncertainty, because a lot of procrastination comes from uncertainty. You know, so where are you at life? There's a lot of people that got out of high school, and now you didn't have time to really think about your life. You know, I planned out my life, part of my life, like a few years ahead while I was a senior in high school, but I did not follow much of anything, you know. It's like when I was planning in high school, it was fear that got in the way. Like, this may not work. I wasn't planning to go to college. I was planning to go all an entrepreneur, just be all full out entrepreneur, not entrepreneur. There's entrepreneurs, people that work within a system very well. There's entrepreneurs that create their own systems, that work by their own schedule. Both require a schedule. You know, people think because they're an entrepreneur, they do things whenever they want. They put entrepreneur in their bio of their social network because it's cool and it's attractive, but entrepreneurship, you go by a schedule that you create. So, there's a lot. What are you going to do before, not just before the musician, but before the doctor or before the singer, before the chef? What are you working on before the software engineer, before the math teacher, whatever you want to be? What are you actually doing to prepare for that? You want to do a hair business? What's your belief system? What do you stand on? Your money, finances. People, there's different types of intelligences. Let me ask you this. IQ, what does the Q stand for? There's IQ, EQ, and AQ. These kind of things you want to know about. There's different types of intelligences. There's your academic intelligence, which the school system does a good job at academic intelligence. It may not teach you the way you need to learn it, but it teaches strictly academics. Okay, what about emotional intelligence? What about, financial intelligence? You can't just learn supply and demand and learn about student loans in high school. And economics, there's different things they teach you, but they'll teach you in depth about budgeting, about credit. Do you actually need credit? Or what you want to ask yourself these things. Who are you actually paying your money to? What do banks do with your money? Then there's social intelligence. How do you know how to talk to people? Everything's negotiable. Everything, just about everything. Everything. I believe everything's negotiable. Kind of thinking at the top of my head with that. You can figure out things. Even when there's a time I was applying for jobs. I'm a full entrepreneur now in music and everything, but there's times I was applying for jobs. I was in security and stuff like that, and I was telling my boss, my lieutenant, my schedule. Like I'm doing this day, and boom, I'm not available next week, but the week after, do it. He's like, Jordan, listen, you're working for us. We can't. This isn't. This is a job, And they say job stands for just over broke. But that's just a job. What does career stand for? What does business stand for? You want to make sure you're doing if you have a job, is it lining up with where you're trying to go? A lot of people think, especially people from 16 to 25 years old, they're like, man, I need to hurry up and get some things done. I need to do all this stuff and then make money and get a love life and be healthy. At the same time, they feel like they're too young to do things. That's where mentors come in. You find people that are where you want to be, and they've already been through what you've been through. So they can cut off 10 years of pain and misery from your life just by telling you what not to do. Just by saying, no, that's not a good idea. Wait for your love life. Be patient. Every advice I get from a wise person, every advice I get for love and relationships and romance is wait. Patience and wait. That's all I get, because you want to get your health and your wealth. You want to build that up, so you can support your love life. And of course, love, you want to make sure everything's done out of love, so it's a lot of stuff. There's different things under the category of love, just how there's categories of wealth, categories of health. So a lot of people have to figure that out. It's a lot in life that we have to solve, have to figure out, but people get impatient. Patience is a virtue, and patience does not mean to just wait. Patience means to it's what you're doing while you're waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting for this April 10th event to happen, but what am I doing in the meantime? I'm making sure things are right. The event staff is good. Tickets are right. I want people to come out, and because this is something that, especially if you're from ages of 16 to 25, 30, you don't want to miss this. This is something school system didn't teach you. For some people, college didn't teach you. I remember talking to people in psychology. They're majoring in psychology, something like that. I talk about different types of intelligence. I talk about the 25 cognitive biases. They're like, what? You know, I'm like, you don't, you don't know confirmation bias, cognitive dissonance, different stuff. Like, it's a lot of different things that a lot of people don't know because they're going after the wrong thing in life. What are you going after? What are you naturally good at? You know, what is it that you're naturally good at it? You love it. And when people see or experience you doing that thing, they're like, wow, he or she's amazing. That's you. What is it? You have to ask yourself that. People just kind of get pressured and lazy and scared of stuff. And, you know, the more, you know, technology can be a blessing and a curse depending on how we use it. But a lot of people get soft, man. The softer the world gets with the more technology and easy things are to access. I still have encyclopedias that I read out of because a lot of things that are encyclopedias are not on the internet. You know, it's stuff you just won't find. It's like, that's where that came from, you know. Or even things like the Bible, you know, read it. You know, no matter what you're believing in, learn history. Go back, see where things kind of started from so you can understand how it applies today and how it can apply later on. You know, not to worry about what, you know, tomorrow holds, but it's good to learn things, you know. When you don't have anything else to do, learn something new. Read books. There's a lot of bookshelves in here. I have bookshelves upstairs in the office and in the studio. It's what are you going to really do? So this event, there's a lot you can get into, get from just this event. It's April 10th. It's from 7 p.m. 9 p.m. Information, it's gonna be somewhere under this video, above, whatever. I don't know. I'm not one of those people like link below, you know what I'm saying? But it might be somewhere down there. Come to the event, get the ticket. It's an investment. A lot of people don't understand investing, or your ROI. What does ROI mean? You know, there's something you want to remember, because your ROI, that's what you want to look at. What are you going to putting in, buying the ticket, coming? What are you going to get from it? And of course, you want to be, you know, how are you going to be a blessing to other people? How are you going to help other people? But this event should affect that. Anytime I play music, because I'm a musician, full-time musician, music consultant, instructor, and producer. And so, as I'm learning instruments, I'm playing, I'm not just going to play for me. I had to learn this from Victor Wooten, a mentor that I never met before. Because believe it or not, you can have mentors that you've never met. You can read books. The author can become a mentor because you learn from them. You watch things. So, but I learned something from, you know, Victor Wooten. He would talk about anytime he plays or practice, you want to. He plays for the sake of other people, in the sense of to inspire, to help. It's not about him. He's doing it to help other people. So, and that's his gift. That's his calling. That's what he's naturally good at. That's what he loves doing. And that's when people see what he's doing, their experience, what he's doing, he's like, he's amazing. What's yours? Are you good at math? Okay, what does math have to do with? You have to find your gifts and your talents. And before you really take off with your gifts and talents, you want to build good character too. You know? And there is a vice versa with that. Drink some ginger and lemon tea here. It's great, man. Good for the body. But I know it says coffee, but it's not coffee. It's tea. I don't drink coffee. But yeah, that goes vice versa, because you can. When I learned music, I got better at other things. You know, my character actually got better when I learned music. But it's also good to pay attention to your character. There's a lot of cocky musicians out there. A lot of people that are selfish, you know. So yeah, you guys come out to the event. Come to April 10th, 7 to 9 p.m. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be live music. It's gonna be JKelly Quotes book on sale there. It's gonna be a lot of good things. That's a great investment for you guys. You know, I think about people's lives and what they go through, and they don't have mentors. They don't know what to do next. They don't understand how going to a conference or going to a seminar or something that's just giving information. It may not cost that much. Maybe it does cost much. But when you charge people, you have money behind it. It lets you know who's serious. If it's free, anybody would do it, you know, probably. But when it costs, it lets you know who's actually serious. And you want to see, are you actually serious about your life, about the things that you want to do? There's some things that we have to really, really look into more. And yeah, what are you actually doing in your life? Are you procrastinating everything? Did you lose interest in something? Are you suffering from apathy? You know, what are you doing in life? So yeah, this event, April 10th, and let's get it. We gotta go in strong. You're gonna learn so many fundamentals of life, and health, and wealth, and love, and happiness, and careers, and businesses, and entrepreneurship, intelligences, IQs, EQs, AQs, different stuff that you have to know. You know. So anyway, I'm gonna continue sipping on my ginger and lemon tea here. You know, it's to be kind of strong, you know. Hey. But yeah. So see you guys later. Make the right choices for your life. Live on purpose, not by accident. Let's do it right, guys.